I'm Paul Willistein of Lehigh Valley Stage, where we talk with the people who make theater happen in the greater Lehigh Valley region. The name of the show is Every Christmas Story Ever Told and Then Some. Doesn't sound like a typical Christmas show to me.
The show is pretty much a direct rip-off of all of the condensed RSC type works, Reduced Shakespeare Company, with the holiday theme. It was introduced to me actually by another artistic director at Cincinnati Shakespeare Company, where I was a resident actor for a while. They've done it a couple times, and he said, you know, I think this would be a great script for a small theater company. And I gave it a read and was like, absolutely. So we had done complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged, the three of us together, and just felt like a natural fit to bring this cast back to do this piece.
The setting is basically a company that is doing a production of Dickens' Christmas Carol, except it's a piece that's done constantly. So the actors come up with the idea that perhaps we should do something else. Why don't we survey the audience and find out what they want us to do? And from that, you get all of these different pieces to come out, and they come across in a bunch of different assemblies. Like there's musical numbers, as you said. There are certainly straight little plays, and of course they always have a spin on them. They're not ever done exactly as they should. I mean, we culminate with a mashup of Miracle on 34th Street and A Christmas Carol. That is like the entire second act, and then a huge carol medley at the end.
Wonderful. The idea is that we're a company of actors who are supposed to be putting on A Christmas Carol, and one of us goes rogue and says, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm so sick of A Christmas Carol. And so then the idea becomes, can we do every story that we can think of in the moment, including the audience? Like, can we mash all of those together and do them in 90 minutes as a Christmas extreme kind of thing? So then it becomes getting in a lot of bits and pieces of the stories within larger scenes. So for instance, there's a Macy's Day Parade scene where a bunch of characters and stories are mentioned. There's a dating game scene that's all about like fruitcake and the story of Santa Claus, and like gets a lot of different information. And all the carols are mashed into one giant carol. So it's taking little recognizable bits of the stories and kind of slamming them all together. So we do play ourselves when we are doing very expository stuff, when we're talking to the audience. But we also take on probably, I don't know, at least 20,
a dozen or more.
Yeah, a dozen or more characters each as well. So we're playing Rudolph and Frosty and Scrooge and George Bailey and Yukon
Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius.